whichever way one goes in the inheritance, north, south, east, west, up, down, but then he still has the inheritance until death does it part. This is the literature that is written with all of the great saints who are to be persecuted as Jesus will edify, like it reads in Ephesians 4, edified with the saints, all the saints be known as a Jesus, a man who consecrates himself to an entity of omniscience, all-knowing, omnipotent idea of a God that cannot be grabbed by flesh. It cannot be held by flesh. It can only be held by a soul that is pure, a light that can cut through that darkness, which is the flesh and the law of many people who choose the way of money. That's the only way. Money in the church. That's the only way I can explain it, what Jesus Christ fought. But the inheritance of that earthly orb with all of the dragons, the sun and the moon, stated with Saul and Lua. I say it's Luna. Luna is what is written, but Lua is written in a sense with Wu Pang as the dragon orb before the earth and the water was founded. This was the wars of creation, the covenants made for creation, and none of it is really written. It's just a logic as to why God would create something to kill himself, knowing that there are, the prophecies that are written. I will finalize my imagination in the 144,000 saints, both angels and demons, and whatever choices are chosen, and which will overcome the angel or the demon. The final destruction of the earth is the demon. The destruction of mankind and everything in its likeness, which would be the animals, the trees, nature, birds, fish, and then the angels of man who choose to populate and grow further. But money holds us down. It is a theft system. For the Lord Perseus seeks all of our inventions, like he did with Solomon, the long arm of Solomon, and put him in a Colosseum with Caesar and Artaxerxes in the courts of the steward sloth bear Herod, the most notably known Roman Catholic sloth bear. Or a Baptist is another form of a Roman Catholic. A Baptist church or Roman Catholic church, the sloth bear, both on land and also in the tree of Judah. But the point I'm trying to get across is, why does God want to destroy his imagination? The earth, the dragon's orb, and the dragon's orb reflection, the sun and the moon, reflection of the earth on one side, light, but on the other side, dark. But as the other side lights up, the other side is dark, and as the other side darkens, the other side lights up, and there is a reflection dragon orb in the moon. The woman that men choose to put their penis in and kill themselves from God, giving birth to a son, like it reads with that opus manga. Die from God. Kill yourself from that counsel of all things, of the entity of omniscient, omnipotent, all-knowing things. Kill yourself from that. And the man-made laws that seek to take a natural born sacrifice of lust, greed, vanity, sloth, wrath, gluttony, pride, lust, that those animals that are used in sacrifice with the covenants, those animals that are placed upon you when you conform yourself with a woman, the man-made law is to switch the flesh, that sacrifice of flesh of all those animals that you've lived with your whole entire life. And then that negredo, that volatilization, that man who comes to thieve it all, knowing that the woman will give it up to another man, and that other man will die by it in the same manner, that negredo, that volatilization in the opus magnum. The point I'm trying to get across here is, why would God want to destroy his creation? Everlasting life until you put your penis into a woman. When you die from this world, shall you go to another. There are said to be 10 real, 10 omnipotent, 10 omniscient, 10 all-knowing gods, or lords, or kings who had made covenants for this world up to the very creation of Adam and Eve, who also in the ark of a hermaphrodite, alpha, male, and female species, interchangeable between male and female, able to produce itself, had killed themselves in the manner that I had said, that negredo, volatilization, that penis in the womb. They killed their everlasting life. They bored in a child that's going to go and fuck themselves up with a law that purposely seeks God's children and fuck them up for their souls, or for their wall with many stones of many jewels of many colors, like it reads in Revelation 21:20. That wall with many gates, that pearl, that jacinth, that sapphire, that ruby, that gold, that silver. They seek to kill it for its fall, for the use of its grave in their money, in an idol, or in a strip club, or in a law, or in a governor, in a senator, in a preacher, a priest, a pope, a sloth bear in the tree. That manipulation that is with us, also with the devil. That sloth bear that is known to be a part of the feet, where the devil, that snake, that worm of all the covenants, crawl and grovel at the feet of him who has pure wisdom. That sloth bear, that manipulation, also a part of the feet, and a part of the tree that walks with him who has real wisdom. Like it was, or like it stated with Anakim, if God chose to destroy his own imagination, saying that this whole entire earth is nothing but a great manipulation, and in it is darkness. It was said that there are some in the final war that choose to keep God's creation, for God seeks a purity and everlasting life and a growth in the life. But if them who destroy God's earth, seeking an unpurity and an everlasting growth in darkness, then the world is turned dark like it was in Artaxerxes' time, and a great control, and nobody knowing nothing about God except one man named Artaxerxes, until that final end, and nobody knows. It's said to be Hercules, who is equal to Orion, who defeated Hades, who defeated, I take that back. I don't know if he even fought Hades. I think that it was Perseus that fought Hades, because Hades was a part of King David Wiglaf, the king of all 12 tribes, who is with God and with light, hoping to expand the light and make it into a true matrix of light, rather that true matrix of darkness that will eventually wipe the eyes, the ears, the sense of smell, taste, touch, and everything from all people, and be a zombie of control for war, anger, violence, hatred, growth, and population by putting your penis in the womb of a woman that practices laws of such. But that war that defeated Artaxerxes when Hercules came out of that Colosseum of Caesar. He came out from that Colosseum of Caesar, who put that pig in the bosom of King David Wiglaf, and thefted intellectual property, thefted wisdom, forced a man to expose, like Jesus Christ, forced a man to tell of God's will, like I tell you. Either the world choose to fill up the space of heaven with darkness until all of the light is wiped out by this law, this Caesar, this Herod, this sloth bear Herod, or they choose to fill up the space of heaven with light, where peace is. That is to say that there is a heaven, for their only plot in this Bible is the destruction of God's children. And there is no protection for the Son of Man, not even the Son of God.